Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to More Gaming. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're a return subscriber, welcome back. So I want to talk to you about my shotgun crit tank build 2.0. I've made some tweaks, got new armor, got new amulets, retweaked my traits, and I have to say it's working a heck of a lot better than I feel like it was before. And I really like this playstyle. I like being in your face. I like using the shotgun, swinging my sword around, and using pretty much every weapon I have on me to kill my enemies. It makes it a lot of fun. Makes it really challenging to be up that close and personal with some of the big baddies out there. So let's jump right into this and take a look at how this is working and how it's built. So from the last video, obviously we're using the shotgun. We're using the corrosive aura, which reduces enemies' defenses by 40% for 30 seconds. It's a 10-meter aura. This works great. It makes them really weak, and their defenses are just drained. So this plays well if you have a co-op. If you're in co-op and you have someone doing elemental damage, it just drops all their defenses. Works really good, and they melt like butter. If you're not looking to do damage and you fought Maul and did not kill and did not get the horn from the Hound Master, then you killed Maul and you got the Howler's immunity. This is a aura that has 20 meters, and it reduces all incoming damage to anyone standing in it by 25% for 30 seconds. This is great. It makes your build a little more tanky, gives you a little more survivability to everyone around you. So if you feel like you're dying a lot in certain areas and you've beaten Maul in ROM, definitely look to switch to this. It works well, it fills up quick, and it lasts 30 seconds. If you need a little bit more survivability over reducing defenses and getting more damage out. On top of the shotgun, I like to use Defiler. Defiler is pretty good, 96.3 damage, 2 rounds per second. Good 6 mag, like the Magnum. The maximum ammo can hold is 36 shots. A decent 12.5 meters range with a good accuracy and a 5% crit chance. I like this. The radioactive volley fires 6 projectiles that bounce off the environment and will deal 63 radiation damage, which comes in very handy because if you miss like 1 or 2 of them, they're going to bounce off the walls, or if they hit something that you can't penetrate the enemy, like in ROM, the guys wear those big masks. If you shoot at the mask, it'll bounce off of those and hit other people around you. So if you have a dog running at you and you happen to place a shot correctly, it will hit the dog and kill the dog for you. So it comes in handy, or at least not even kill it and may wound it where you could just one-shot it with your sword or something. So this is a nice shot. These complement each other really well. When you're firing this off, this fills up very quickly, and you can have up to 5 stacks of this. So it works pretty good. The Smolder, we got this from Singe. I was playing with a friend the other day, and we took up the tail and got this from Singe. This is great if you're in the realm of a bunch of guys around you. You swing your sword, you hit like 6 of them. It has a 35% chance to apply the burning damage and deal 360 fire damage over 10 seconds. If you charge the attack and hit people around you, it will deal 100% chance of that burning damage, which is actually pretty good to get that. So this is great against smaller enemies, but it works pretty well around everything as well, because you'll put that dot on them, and if they're near death, they will die within that 10 seconds. For the armor, the last time I had the Slayer armor on, which was not really the best armor to be using with the shotgun, because it's really meant to be for the Spore Bloom or Sniper Rifle, or something you have to reload after every shot. This has 7 shots in the magazine, so unless you're manually reloading after 1 or 2 shots, it's really not something that's worth using. So we moved away from it. I rolled in adventure mode, ended up getting ROM, which gave me the puzzle to get the Void armor. You solve the puzzle, go downstairs, buy it. Costs a few scraps and the Luminite crystals that you need to get. And once you get it, you can buy it. I leveled it up, and I like the set bonus. You gain a damage stack and remove a defensive stack every 5 seconds. Taking damage adds a defensive stack and removes a damage stack. You have 3 stacks of each, and it slightly increases the invade window, which is a nice trade-off for the heavy armor, because the invade window will be a little bit wider now, so you can actually dodge enemies. But the 10% damage will last on you as long as you don't get hit. And every 5 seconds, you're gaining 1 up until 3. If you get hit, you lose a damage stack and gain a defensive stack for 5 seconds. Once that defensive stack goes away, you gain back your damage stack. So it's a nice balance between the two. And if you're someone who's not really the best dodger, he knows you can get hit a lot, this is a great armor set to grab, and for this build. There's the Akari armor as well, which is really for people who are probably better at dodging, better at evading attacks, and not getting hit as much, because every time you perfectly dodge or evade an attack, you're going to increase your crit chance, I believe, by 50%, which is a big number. So if you're looking for more of a crit build with dodging and this type of tank build, the Akari armor is the way to go for that. But if you're looking for more of a tankish with the ability to have decent damage, Void armor is the way to go. We changed up our charms and our rings. We went from the pocket watch, which increase your stamina regen by 15 per second, and reduce your stamina cost by 15. That's a great stamina pocket watch to have. So if you're suffering with stamina and see yourself you need it, make sure you talk to what's his name? To Mudtooth, and go through every single conversation he has when you meet him, and he will give you the pocket watch. Very worth having. But I chose to go with the increased fire rate by 10% and reload speed by 20% given by the Gunslinger's charm. Especially with the shotgun. The shotgun is can be very slow to fire and extremely slow to reload, because you have to reload once you are done with all 7 rounds. You need to reload all 7 rounds manually, so it can take a little bit of time to do. So I like the Gunslinger's charm. Makes it a little bit more faster, a little bit more DPS in this tank build right now. Stone of Balance, I kept this. Increases range and melee damage by 10%. Flat increase of 10% damage. Ring of Evasion. It mildly increases the evade window and increases evade speed by 10%. Because now we are so much heavier, you roll slower, you evade slower. So this increases the evade window and increases your evade speed by 10%. So this gives you a little bit more time to get out of harm's way and make sure that you're not getting hit too much. Because getting hit too much, you're still dead, no matter how tanky you are in this game. So I feel like this build right here, weapons and armor and the charms, work out pretty well. They complement each other well. I move pretty fast. I don't really have many stamina issues. Properly dodging is a big thing. Timing those attacks, making sure you understand when the attacks happen and understand the mechanics of the game. And as you play more, that will come with experience. But I feel like this complements each other extremely well. Let's look at our traits. So our traits, we are using Vigor 20, Health, Stamina, Endurance. Next, I started building into Keeper's Blessing. You get this by entering the labyrinth the first time. Very worth having. This will increase your mental status. That's still the same. Quick Hands is still 11. I removed the 20 points from Glutton and only went into 6 points because I felt that the 20 points in Glutton was kind of a waste. It's really for using like Greenleaf and all these different type of consumables. So unless you're having a really bad time using consumables, then yeah, I would expect more into this. But 6 points into it seems like it's okay. I'm drinking blood warts and heavy elixirs and things like that pretty quickly. I'm not seeing that much of an issue. I really don't try to drink in the middle of fighting anyway. Try to just get away. I'm doing as I'm right out of a dodge. I'll drink something. If I can, I'm in the clear. And I switched it with 20 into Exploiter, which will increase weak spot damage. So when you're shooting the enemies and you hit their weak spot, it will do a heck of a lot more damage, especially coupled with Executioner, which increases crit chance, and Kingslayer increases crit damage. These 3 are essential for like any crit build. You're going to see tons of damage, and the more damage that you do, you're just going to see tons of damage, especially with the shotgun because it's hitting a big spread. It will be a big blast to the enemy's face with the Exploiter. So, and then we continue on. Triage, I left at 8. Guardian's Blessing is still at 20. I put 20 into Mind's Eye to increase range damage, and 20 into Bark Skin for increased armor's effectiveness. And I just got trigger happy, which increases fire rate, which is extremely important with the shotgun because the shotgun's very slow to fire. So coupled with the gunslinger's charm, it comes in very handy. So this whole build complements each other well. I will say, if you're going to play this build, survivability is utmost importance over damage in the very beginning. I only just started speccing into Exploiter once I changed my build around. I only just started speccing into Exploiter and Mind's Eye and Trigger Happy. Like those things I just started speccing into. I was really focused more on making sure I could survive, drink things fast, and make sure I had enough damage mitigation. So enough of talking about the build. Let's see this build in action. So we're in ROM. Over by where you get the void armor. We're fighting these spear dudes. Obnoxious. They can be a pain in the ass, especially when they swarm you. And the dogs are kind of obnoxious. So from far away, these guys are just tough. So these guys take a few hits. This is my charge. Oh, he charged right through my leg out there. Damn. Kind of sucked. What was that? Damn, we lagged out there bad. You see that drain blade drop? That frame rate didn't drop. I would have had that freaking dodge. Alright, we got the dogs coming. Right behind me. There's that one crit, 969. But all that hit that we took, like that was a good amount of hits we took. Before, let's heal this bleeding. Before we actually, had to heal. This thing can take many hits. It is pretty beefy. We now have our dogs, man. Now we have our call it up? Our corrosive armor. So we're gonna pop this. Now things just die. Much faster than what they did without it. So this build does rely on the corrosive ore a lot, only because it does a lot of damage. And the shotgun by itself is really not that powerful. Like I said, I'm not the greatest dodger, so having this armor really makes up for that. Whew. Lucky for friendly fire from the enemies. I do like this gun too because it's a great showstopper. It's got a lot of power to stop things. Oh, look at that lucky heal. Oh, we got something right behind us. I'm out. I'm out. So, and here's the Defiler. It works pretty well against pretty much everything. Let me get back some shotgun ammo. Pop that. Take this again. That's why I like the void armor. I'm not the best dodger. I'm okay. I'm decent. But when things start getting crazy, I kind of like panic and move too fast and don't really pay attention to what's actually going on and get slapped around a lot. So the void armor works definitely really good if you're not a very good dodger. I will say this also. This build does get you ready for like paying attention and having a second nature of like things coming up behind you. It really makes you pay attention more and listen to steps behind you. Hear what's actually going on. The caster needs to go. Let's say heal people. So if you can see, like, you do dodge a lot faster. Ooh, how the hell did I miss you? So. Ooh, dodged me. Now, it doesn't hit as hard as like a sniper rifle build, but things are dropping pretty quick. It's just making, it really comes down to ammo management as well. Because, certain things are going to take 3-4 shots to kill. And popping your corrosive armor, or corrosive ore, is really going to make a big difference when you're fighting enemies. So, I love this. I just love playing like this. I think it's a great build. It adds a lot more fun to the game. Makes it a heck of a lot bigger challenge, especially when going against bosses, because you're up close and personal getting slammed at. it's just overall a really interesting build to play. So if you're enjoying it, if you tried this build out and you're enjoying it, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have different tweaks to it, if you're using different armor, what your amulets or traits you're using coupled with this build. Maybe you're using this build with a different gun. I would like to see, what build have you, what gun are you using if you're using a similar build like this. I would love to hear your comments and thoughts below about this build. Just let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys checking out this video. If you enjoyed, please like it. Let me know that you're enjoying this. I'll keep putting more content out like this. And subscribe so you know I put out new videos and go live. I put out new videos every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you all next time. Peace out, everyone. Have a good night.